Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to episode 129 of the We Can't Wrestle podcast. Nate Maxon, your host, here with you, along with Mr. Archie Mitchell.
What's up, everybody?
Hello, hello, hello. And Aaron Maxon, my brother, is here with me, of course.
Hello.
How we doing out there tonight, guys? It's been a while since we had an
Good.
episode of the We Can't Wrestle podcast.
Yeah,
Well,
about
one
2
with
weeks.
us.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought I was getting replaced last week.
No.
Like,
He's cheating on us with his wife.
yeah.
Yeah, we had
Whore.
another Wife Watches wrestling episode last week with Kendall watching the Onita Terry Funk
And she did a great
exploding
job.
barbed
She did a
wire match.
fantastic job.
I love to find stuff that she's never even seen in passing when I'm, because she casually looks up from her phone when I'm watching wrestling.
Right.
But I like to watch those things that a non-wrestling fan can make an impact. Like those of you that haven't listened yet, you should go back and listen to when I had her watch Bart Gunn versus Butterbean from WrestleMania 15.
Oh, God.
Watching Bart get knocked the fuck out. That was fun for her to watch. And then, of course, I've had her watch the first one we did. I actually had her watch the Hell in a Cell with Taker and Foley. And then right back to back after that, we watched Foley and Rock from Royal Rumble 1990.
Oh, you showed her Foley just getting destroyed.
Yeah, and and now she's seen it, seeing as it probably won't be on the WWE network on Peacock.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. We were talking a little bit about that before we went on the air here about the migration over to Peacock and the bumps in the road that are going on. It's distressing. It's a reason I'm glad I've kept all my DVDs and stuff over the years. I have my old DVD rips of Raw from 97, Raw from 98. So if I ever want to go back and watch that stuff, I might have to get my DVDs out. I don't know.
I'm just happy I get...
And also, how hypocritical is that network? Their title has cock in it.
And P.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, well, I've been making the joke with everybody. What does WWE and me after a late night of drinking have in common? And then they say what? And I go, Peacock.
Like,
Why
do you call your network shit butt? Because that's what it is.
we choppy your Peacock.
But that's what they're doing, definitely.
Yeah,
they're taking
that's
that out.
Well, on this week's show, we are going to be reviewing Smoky Mountain Wrestling Volunteer Slam from 1992 and doing a little musical conversation here on the show as well. Aaron had an idea. He told me the idea. I totally fucked it up in translation. So we have two completely different lists.
Okay,
but that's okay.
But at least you're going to get like a D+ for effort. I'm getting a full F because I didn't even do it. I'm just on your guys' coattails. Mark me incomplete.
If we ever wind up on Peacock, your full F will be edited out.
Yes.
Yeah, have that context.
And also Archie says
Yes.
he has a rant for us, and
Yes.
I think I'm gonna probably piggyback on this too because I think I agree with what you're trying to say here.
If you guys will indulge me for a couple minutes, I don't rant about wrestling that much. I try to see the brighter side in the product as much as I can. I try to find good in everything that's going on. But I think that social media has become a cancer to the wrestling business. Mm-hmm. Yes, you need to promote the show. Yes, you need to promote when there's a signing and a meet and greet. Yes, you need to promote when you do a Make-A-Wish kid or something good about, outside of the wrestling business. But after Fastlane last week, on Monday afternoon, I happened upon Alexa Bliss's Instagram. And after shooting fireballs out of her wrist and almost killing Randy Orton and bringing the Fiend back, she was out partying with her fiance and acting like, nothing she did the night before was a part of kayfabe, I see the same thing with Zelina Vega. She was fired because she wanted to be on Twitch. And I understand David Gold, one of our other admin and member of this show, have argued about this. She makes more on Twitch than she does in her WWE contract. That's great. But she lost her job because she wanted to play video games all day.
Mm-hmm.
And in the same regard, you see women like Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks arguing and fighting on SmackDown, but then they're sending each other love tweets on Twitter and Instagram and telling each other how great they are. Kayfabe died because of social media, because you see one thing and then another thing happens the next day on Instagram and Facebook, and it's BS. I can't imagine that the night that Dusty Rhodes wore the Terry Funk as an egg sucker shirt, if the next day he would have been on Instagram going, Terry, by the way, baby, Daddy loves you.
I love you,
I love
baby.
you, Terry. I love you, baby. And Terry Funk would have been like, you know,
Terry makes a mean barbecue, baby. I'll tell you.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it just you're killing the business from the outside of it because all you're thinking about is yourself. Yes, you have adoring fans. Yes, you have people who want to see you on a daily basis. But at least let the storyline continue on your damn social media.
Yeah, I am in agreement with you because I've said that for a long time about Bray Wyatt.
Right.
Bray Wyatt, like the minute he started posting things about his fiance and stuff on social media, it's like it's a fine line because you do obviously you want these people, they don't owe us anything as far as they should have a personal life. They should have relationships, they should have families. But like you said, if you're in a profession where you're, for the lack of a better term, pretending to be one thing on television and presenting yourself as a normal person on social media, I don't know. And to that, you could, there are ways you could get around that.
Do it this way. Do it this way. Can I say
Yes.
something?
Yes, go right ahead.
Do it this way. When you like when you have a Facebook profile, okay, you can make your Facebook profile private, or you can make it open. And professional wrestlers are just like anybody else. They have friends. They want to show pictures of their kids. They want to show pictures of they're like, they're proud of their spouse. They're proud of, like, hey,
right,
we went on this vacation. Make it to where you're showing that to people that are already inside of the wrestling business.
Mm-hmm. Right. Or have a professional one, which is under your character, Alexa Bliss or The Rock, but then have Dwayne Johnson for your friends and family. So that you could show off your, like Aaron said, oh, look at this new car I bought. Oh, look at the home I bought. Oh, look, we went out to dinner tonight.
You gotta see the baby.
Right. Right.
One of my favorite Seinfeld episodes. He's like,
oh my God.
See the baby? I don't want to see the baby.
Or even like the baby thing, like that's different. Like Becky Lynch, like her character isn't supposed to be like, some super being or whatever.
But see, here's the thing.
So if she wants to post a picture of her baby to show the world, that's a different different thing.
Becky stayed off of social media for 90% of her pregnancy. The only time she went on was just before she had the baby.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying
she kept the character.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's
right.
If I was, I'll never be a famous person or whatever, but if I was famous, I would have my private, and then I'd have I'm going to promote myself.
It just there are lines that need to be blurred, and then lines that shouldn't be blurred, and it just seems to me that to everybody it's just they just go with it. Even with AEW, you've got Cody Rhodes one day being destroyed by Shaquille O'Neal, and then the next day he's on social media going, okay, Brandy and I are building the baby room, and it's like, shouldn't you be dead? Shouldn't you sell the pain of your meeting?
Yeah. Yeah, but Shaquille O'Neal evaporated into the ether and then was on
what
NBA Live next day.
Did we ever get an explanation of why Shaquille O'Neal disappeared out of the ambulance?
I don't think so. But that's AEW though. That's AEW. They don't explain half the shit they do.
No.
It's
how's he sneak away? Nobody noticed him.
Right. You missed a 7'2" guy walking out of an ambulance.
Archie, I have to call you out on something though.
What?
You lied at you lied at the beginning of your rant because no man has ever happened upon Alexa Bliss's Instagram.
Well, no, I follow her.
I searched that shit out.
No,
Alexa
I
Bliss
follow her.
Instagram.
It was just the way you said it was funny. It was
right.
I happened upon.
Oh, I was just scrolling and it was like, oh look, Alexa Bliss. No, I follow her.
I just randomly find the weekly post of Chanel West Coast. Like it just shows up.
Why the hell are you following Minkus from Boy Meets World?
She's hot.
You think Minkus from Boy Meets World is hot?
I think Chanel West Coast is.
Well, then, no, I'm just joking because there's a meme about that. That's what happened to Minkus after he left Boy Meets World.
Well, yes, there is definitely. I mean, the kayfabe thing, and I won't keep harping on it. I think you made the point very clear, Archie. But kayfabe is definitely dead, and and social media is a part of that. I mean, the internet itself is really what did it. You know, fast getting information, being able to get information so quickly, and getting insider. You know, before if you were an insider, quote unquote, a smart fan, you had to seek out something like the Wrestling Observer or the Pro Wrestling Torch. Like I did, I had to subscribe to it.
Right.
But at the dawning of the internet, anybody can. How many freaking dirt sheet sites are there now? It's like Bill and Steve's Garage Dirt Sheet. Here they are. They've got all their information that they stole from the Observer or they took from Pro Wrestling Torch.
Right, but they changed it just a bit. They
just a little bit.
There was a news story, Nate, on one of the websites I follow, and it meant the WWE seems to think that Edge is growing older by the day. So I clicked on it. I'm like, what could this possibly mean? I mean, is he pulling a reverse Benjamin Buttons? is he gaining age? And all it said was WWE thinks that Edge can't pull a full match at WrestleMania, so that's why they're adding Daniel Bryan. I'm like, that has nothing to do with the title said.
And you and here's the crazy part. When you clicked on that, they got money the sons of bitches.
Right.
We're in the wrong business.
We are.
However, our business is growing. For those of you listening, before we get into our next segment, I announced it on the Facebook page, the Facebook group, which if you're not a member of that, what are you waiting for? But we are all very excited, as I don't think that I know of, there is a 24/7, 365 professional wrestling radio station out there. So we are going to go ahead and make one. It's going to be called WrestleNet Radio, 24/7, 365. It's like sports radio for wrestling fans. It is an internet radio station, which will be available on a web link and also on a mobile app for your phone. Not only will you get to hear many episodes of the We Can't Wrestle podcast, Reliving the Extreme, That's Not Wrestling, all the shows we already do, we are going to develop lots and lots of new programming with different people. A lot of the guys you hear now, some other people I'm talking to about possibly being part of it. It's very exciting. We're going to be doing live broadcasts, recorded broadcasts. Guys, I'm actually more, I love doing podcasts. You know, I obviously I do this for my love of wrestling and my love of radio. And I don't know whether I was more excited when I started this show or whether I'm more excited about this radio station deal. I'm very, very excited about this.
I am as well. I will make our fans two promises. We will never break kayfabe, and we will not be sold to Peacock anywhere down the road.
Nope.
And
unless I get a really good offer. Oh,
right.
Sorry.
6 figures or more. Nate, I would like to just say something real quick. Next week is actually the 1-year anniversary of me joining the Asylum and the We Can't Wrestle podcast as an admin and becoming a part of this podcast. And I want to thank you, Aaron, Chris Wood, and Kyle Army for welcoming me so quickly into the family and allowing me to be a part of this with you guys.
Oh, we love having you. Love having you. And only quality people are allowed in this little inner circle.
Right. No, Matt Cardone is not allowed. We're not allowing the Major League podcast.
That's why you never hear Wood on here anymore. Only quality people are allowed on here. I hope you're listening, Chris.
We miss you, Chris.
Just kidding. Chris wound up, folks, just so you know, people who are like, damn, I never hear Chris Wood anymore. He wound up getting a job that totally conflicts with any time we ever record this show. That's why Chris hasn't been on the show in a long time. It's not that we don't want him here, and it's not that he doesn't want to be here. It's just he got a job that does not allow him to record when we record. So anyway, But yes, Archie, we are happy to have you aboard, and I'm happy to have you on the ground floor of this thing that we are trying to build here with the We Can't Wrestle and WrestleNet Radio and all this jazz going on. So I'm excited, guys. Excited.
I am too. All right, Aaron, are you ready to put your?
Now I'm excited for. Okay, so here's the deal, Aaron. Go ahead and explain.
Okay.
So explain to the people what you were intending for me and you and Archie to do, and then I'll tell everybody what I did.
Well, what my intention was to bring a little humor to the situation, which I feel is something I'm obligated to do. Even though you guys are funny, I still try to bring the funny, and wanted to take random professional wrestlers and give them themes that I thought were fucking hilarious. And some of these are kind of brutal. I'm just gonna say it. Like, as I'm looking at my list, I'm like, a couple of these are pretty stiff, and I think it's fucking fun.
And when he said I have some entrance themes I want to, for wrestlers that I want to do on the show, I'm like, okay, cool. I'll do some too. I didn't go comedic. I guess I misread his message. I really, really thought really hard about who I think, some like 5 people. Like I took 5 people.
I have 11.
All right. Well, we'll do yours first anyway. The comedic aspect.
Okay.
Aaron's gonna apply some comedic.
You don't want to bounce back and forth?
No, not 11? On this one. Yeah.
Okay.
We're on 2 different planes on this one.
Okay. So. All right. Am I going?
Okay.
Okay.
The first there's only one modern product one in here. But the first one I'm gonna do is Walk Idiot Walk by the Hives. And that I would give that theme to Brutus Beefcake.
He's strutting.
Yeah, I'm picturing him strutting to the song.
I'm picturing him strutting.
I mean, you guys can elaborate on any of these if you want. Okay, so Walk Idiot Walk, Brutus Beefcake.
I think we elaborated with the strut.
All right. The next one is, and this is kind of a deep cut, and Archie, you might need to, I don't know if you guys are going to know this, but Brown Sugar, Vern Gagne.
Oh, God. I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
For people that don't know, the old rumor is that Vern Gagne liked a black lady.
So one of the funniest movies ever in the history of ever is The Birdcage. Okay.
Yes.
The Birdcage is one of the funniest movies ever made. If you disagree, you're absolutely wrong. And when Aaron says that, I think of the guy, the senator they're reporting
the money's on the
the
dresser, chocolate.
Yeah, the money's on the table, chocolate. I think when the senator dies after sleeping with the African American prostitute. But there you go. Anyway.
All right. Next one is It's Raining Men. Pat Patterson.
Oh, God.
Or the tag team of Pat Patterson and Jim Barnett. But yes.
He definitely would have had to change his gimmick up for that song.
So nothing else on that?
That one really didn't need much elaboration at all.
Okay. Right.
All right. The next one, Short People by Randy Newman. And that's Kevin Sullivan's theme.
Why do I picture him coming out in overalls and a striped T-shirt with like a big lollipop, like one of the lollipop kids from Wizard of Oz, and he's skipping? You know what I mean?
Shot people.
Got no reason.
Got no reason to live. Hogan. The Varsity Club. Sorry, this isn't. I didn't want this to be an excuse for me to do my Kevin Sullivan. I'm sorry.
It was good though. It was good.
Nobody said being short was gonna
It's
be
gonna be
easy.
easy.
Hogan. Or anyway, sorry.
Hogan.
Hogan.
You guys ready for the next one?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. This one's deep. Like this is a deep. This one's stiff. It's the Guns N' Roses song. I used to love her, but I had to kill her, and that's
Oh,
Jimmy
God.
Snuka's theme.
Oh, I thought you were going a different way.
No, it's Jimmy Snuka.
I pictured it being Benoit.
No, Jimmy Snuka.
Hogan. We're gonna go back to my Sullivan. Well, you know what? Jimmy Snuka was a murdering fucker, so yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Footloose. Mad Dog
Carrie
Vachon.
Von- I was gonna say Carrie Von Erich.
Yeah.
It works either way.
It works either way, exactly.
It's actually funnier for Mad Dog though because of like his gimmick and everything.
Right,
The
right.
upbeat song "Footloose."
I know. Everybody, like, see? It was a swerve. It was a swerve.
He wouldn't have been so mad coming to the ring. He would have been real happy and jovial.
And speaking of a swerve, the next song is 1999, and that is Vince Russo's theme.
Yep, there you go.
It's like, bro, tonight we're gonna book it like it's 1999.
It's New York rules, bro.
New York
Bro,
rules, bro.
Ric Flair, bro, you've got to go out there and wear a raspberry beret. It's amazing, bro.
Hulk Hogan, you are going to get run over tonight by a little red Corvette.
And hey, Dustin, you're 7. Anyway, I thought it was funny.
That was funny.
This is what it sounds like when Dusty cries. We'll change that to Dubs.
All right.
Oh.
This one is one that's it's a guy that was brought up, and he's a folklore on another podcast. But I know a lot of people that listen to this podcast listen to that podcast. And Nate, I think you're really gonna like this one. You ready, buddy?
I'm ready.
It's The Great Pretender, and it's the theme song of the Hangman, Bruce Pobans.
Okay.
Archie,
Yes.
I gotta tell you why this is funny. There's this wrestler or supposed wrestler named Bruce Pobans,
Okay.
who at one point, probably in some shitty independent wrestling promotion, wrestled as the Hangman.
Okay.
But this guy tells stories about how he slammed Andre the Giant. He wrestled Harley Race for the NWA Championship. I think at one point
he said he was the NWA champion.
He said he was the NWA champion.
Didn't he say he wrestled Inoki?
Yes, he also had what is it? Something about Hulk Hogan and the beach. I don't remember what the story is about him and Hulk Hogan on the beach. But this guy's totally full of shit. He just writes a book that claims that he did all these things. And that's why The Great Pretender is funny.
And he also the gall of this guy is that he's actually gone to like the Cauliflower Alley Club with actual professional wrestlers and like told these stories and shit.
And they bought it?
No, absolutely not.
They know he's full of shit. Okay.
He didn't tell it to Lou Thez. He told it to Bill Jez at the salad bar. But yeah.
All right.
Damn.
So you guys want another old school one or my one modern product one?
You might as well end it with the one modern product. So keep going old school here.
All right. The next one is She's Only 17, and that is the theme of Jerry Lawler.
That works. That works too well.
I really want to end with my old school one because it's fucking great.
You do it however you want to do it, bro.
So the modern product one is A Land of Confusion by Phil Collins, and that is the AEW theme.
That's fantastic.
Hey, Tony Khan is spending money for bullshit songs for his wrestlers. Might as well give him a good one.
Because when I watch that shit, I have no fucking idea.
Nope. Aaron, when you watch it, do you ever rewind thinking, what did I miss? Thinking you missed
No,
like
I
a
usually
big
fast
gap?
forward it.
No, I know. But do you ever get to like a point where like something's going on? What did I miss 10 minutes ago? And then you're like, nothing. There was nothing.
Nothing.
There was nothing.
So you guys ready for the last one?
Yes.
All right. It's I Wanna Rock, and that's Jake Roberts' theme.
Oh my god. I want to rock.
Rock.
You know, I was like 14 when Beyond the Mat came out, and my brother and I went and saw it. And the thing that makes it, because that was not a funny movie, there was nothing funny about that movie. And when the promoter says, and Jake straight up told us if we didn't get him some crack, he wasn't going to wrestle tonight. And then never says anything else. My brother and I busted out laughing at that movie theater because we kept thinking, well, did he get him the crack or not?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't tell you if he got him the drugs or not. You know what I mean? Just like Jake said, if he didn't have any crack, he wasn't going on. And then it was over.
There's so many not funny but funny, not funny but funny, funny not funny, candid moments in that movie. Like when Jake just walks past Greg Valentine pissing in a bucket. And, you know, it's just like
and he's talking and he's like making this poetic thing, and then he looks down at his jacket and he's like, what is this? Some kind of chocolate or something?
Right.
Chocolate.
Or when fat ass Roland Alexander's like talking to that dude about you gotta know how to read nutritional labels and be in shape. And that guy looks at the camera like, really?
What, you're gonna tell me what I should be eating?
But I wanted to end on I Wanna Rock because that's
like
the thing that like popped into, like when it popped into my head. I was at a bar and that song came on. I was like, oh, that's a great time for Jake Roberts.
Oh my god.
A good list.
Thank you.
All right,
So
Nate, let's hear yours.
Now's my not funny list. I picked 5 songs that I think would be or would have been great theme songs for certain wrestlers as opposed to the theme song they had, or in addition to the theme song they had. The first one is, and I think I've told Aaron this before, but I think that it would have been great, even though it would have had to been edited to shit. Whenever Hulk Hogan came back, you know, everybody's always like, we've talked about it before on the show. Hulk Hogan sucks. Blah blah blah. What happens every time? What happens every time Hogan comes back? Huge pop, right?
Pop, right.
Yeah. So Hogan should come out to "Forgot About Dre" when he comes back.
That's actually funny though, because it works both ways. Andre, you forgot about Andre the Giant. You forgot about what he did. You know,
Act like I don't have any leg drops. What do you think? I sold them all?
'Cause I don't sell shit.
Hogan's Beach Shop, though. He'll autograph them too.
You want to buy this weight belt?
Kane. I think a cool theme song for Kane would be Rage Against the Machine, Sleep Now in the Fire.
Yeah, that works.
Triple H, Hail to the King by Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah.
I always thought that would have been a good one for like one of his WrestleMania entrances, you know, where they do some, because, you know, for a while there, WrestleMania was about 2 things: The Undertaker's streak and Triple H's entrance, brother. Triple H is like
he always has, I mean, say what you want, but he always does have a fucking killer entrance. The only one that he ever did that I didn't like was
him and Stephanie on the motorcycle.
When him and Steph come out on them little motorcycles because they were like moving really slow and shit. It's like that didn't work. But
was that the one where they wrestled?
It was when they fought
Rousey and The Rock. Rousey and Angle.
Yeah.
Shelton Benjamin, at some point, probably earlier in his career, should have used "Stronger" by Kanye West.
Yeah, that could work for Shelton.
I think for his like 2000, well, I think the song came out in 2007, but for like his, that period, that the ruthless aggression period and all that, I think that would have been a superb theme for him and his character. And the last one, I know I'm moving through these quick because I missed the point, but go ahead, Aaron.
No, I said that's fine that you're moving through them quick.
Shut your face. Shut your face. This one is I think that Berlin, Alex Wright. Yep, we got an Alex Wright reference here. But I think Berlin, that I liked that gimmick, by the way.
Oh, that gimmick was great. That gimmick, they fucking dropped the ball on that shit.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Because I was always a fan of him as a wrestler. I didn't like the dancing thing.
The dancing thing worked. The dancing thing worked when he turned heel.
When he turned heel with the dancing fools with disco and all that.
Well, even before that, like just when like there was that weird time where he was like with Deborah and all that shit. But still, him being like talking with his broken English and Gene being like, nobody knows what the hell you're saying and all this. Like it worked.
Alex Wright. Alex Wright.
As a wrestler, he's super. Sorry, I could talk for a minute.
No, that's okay. No, we can't.
Like he was stupid. Yeah, that like I don't know why, and it probably because he was making good money in WCW, but like why he never popped off on WWE's radar. Good looking guy, in shape, can work. I don't know why they never even picked him up. Like I was like, I was even thinking the other day, like, man, this is like a silly random match. But like, say an Alex Wright goes to WWF in like '97, we could have got to see like Alex Wright versus Too Cold Scorpio. Like, imagine how good that would have fucking been, or Alex Wright versus
Owen Hart.
Yeah.
But I really do think that Alex overall is criminally underrated, and they dropped the ball with the Berlin gimmick because that gimmick was cool as shit. And I think a cool entrance theme for him would have been Du Hast by Rammstein.
Yes.
But agree. I'm glad we got into an Alex Wright conversation.
They dropped the ball with Berlin like 3 weeks in when they said, and he used to be Alex Wright, and it was like, wait, we don't need to know that right now. We want to
Alex Wright.
Alex
Wright is also one of my is one of my favorite stories in a wrestling book. And it's it's one of Chris Jericho's books, and he's talking about being at a worldwide taping, and he hears this like argument, and it's Hardbody Harrison and Alex Wright arguing about who's going to be the heel in their match at the fucking center stage, and like he's like Hardbody Harrison's like, motherfucker, I'm gonna be the heel, and Alex Wright's like, no, I'm going to be heel, and they're like arguing back and forth. And Chris Jericho's like, who gives a fuck? It's worldwide. Nobody's watching this.
Furthermore, Hardbody Harrison, nobody knows who the fuck you are. They might not even say your name tonight.
Except the feds. They know who he is. But yeah, that's one of my favorite wrestling stories, man. Alex Wright, like Jericho said, they almost came to fucking like fisticuffs over who was going to be the heel on their worldwide match.
That would have been a weird news report. Alex Wright involved in backstage altercation. You click on it, and you're like, what happened? Hardbody Harrison. Fuck. What the fuck?
Last words were, as Alex Wright laid Hardbody Harrison out, his last words to Harrison were, I'm to heel.
Nate went full Hogan's Heroes.
I guess this is. I'm gonna have to call this Nate's cavalcade of voices or something. I'm doing Sullivan and Russo and
I kind of
apparently Hogan's Heroes. We just on the recent Reliving the Extreme. We were just talking about
Alex.
the many voices.
Alex knocks him out and he goes, "You know nothing."
We were on the recent Reliving the Extreme. We were talking about the many voices of Paul Heyman because during the old ECW shows, he'd be for one event he'd do kind of a British voice like this, and then for another one he'd do some Jersey accent or something, and I mean, every time you obviously can tell it's Paul Heyman. Like it's wait, I joked with Aaron and Chad. I expected him to go promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Pizza Hut. Good on.
Yeah. Bop it.
Right.
Whiskey.
And Castrol GTX.
Right. Because for some reason they were on every wrestling promotion.
Bop it. All right, guys. Well, we're going to take a break. And then when we come back, unless you guys have anything else before we get to the meat of the matter, which is Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
I think I'm good.
All right. we're gonna let Archie catch his breath. And when we return, we will be back as we review Smoky Mountain Wrestling's Volunteer Slam.
Also, don't forget to enjoy our sponsor, Super Soaker Max.
I'm the heel.
I'm the heel.
I'm the heel. Oh, God.